expression for that. And yeah, we're starting with the statement from the head coaches, starting with the guest head coach, Herrmann, and then Newman, and then you can ask your questions. Jim, please.
Just a great game overall. I think there's two really good football teams that played their butts off. When you have an outcome like that, it's always somebody's got to win, unfortunately. But everybody played hard, played their guts out. To me, we can be really proud of our guys, both sides of both teams. And this is a good game. This is a good game for the ELF, for the league itself, because this is what this league's going to become. It's going to become very competitive, and that's a good thing. And competitiveness brings out the best in all of us. But I thought our kids played well, and I've told them all along. The last 3 games we've been giving up the football and turnovers, and we addressed it, and we ended up on the plus side of the turnover battle. And usually, when you do that, you win. As long as I've been coaching for 43 years, and that's really the story of the game and the way they fought.
Okay, thank you. Jordan, your statement, please.
Yeah, I agree with Coach, and the 2 main points there. Number one, I think both teams played really hard for 4 quarters in a hot game, and I thought both sides really gave everything they had. And I think both sides came out, kind of drained from this game just because of everything they gave. Turnovers for sure, that played a big role. We had some opportunities early, especially down inside the 5, and and they made more plays than we did. And they did a good job there at the end. Final drive, they were able to capitalize and score, and we had an opportunity to come back and try to get it field goal range, and we weren't able to do that. So if you look at stats and all that kind of stuff, it's pretty similar yardage-wise and everything. They did a great job of forcing those turnovers, and I think that was the difference in the game. They just made more plays and played more sound, a little more sound than we did.
Okay, thank you, Jordan. So, your questions, please. Eure Fragen.
Usually Sebastian asks the first one, but just for the last couple of plays, in hindsight, would it be an option, or did you discuss the option to get closer to then give Lenny a chance to just tie the score, or did you want to win it?
Felt like we had a couple of looks to try and go win it, so therefore we took those opportunities. We were close, just couldn't capitalize on it. Hindsight, maybe getting a little bit closer probably could have helped, but just felt we had a couple of looks we liked.
And are you allowed to talk about the refs?
No, I thought they did a good job. I don't have any really complaints on the refs today. I mean, there was penalties, but there were penalties on both sides. I mean, it was a physical, aggressive, passionate game. I don't really have a lot of negative from the refereeing side today.
Okay.
Coach Herrmann, I have a question. What changed in the second quarter? Because you had like three forced turnovers, but it wasn't really capitalizing. The offense wasn't really going. What happened in the second quarter that the offense finally got the click start and you were able to get that comeback?
Second quarter, second half.
Oh yeah, it was end of second quarter, beginning of second half. So yeah.
I think again, when 2 good teams go against each other, there's good football players out there, and it's a 15-round heavyweight fight. You jab, you uppercut, and some of them win, some of them don't. And I think it's just a matter of, and I always tell these kids, hey guys, just worry about the play, just the single play that you're in. Don't worry about the next one. Don't worry about the last one. Just take care of this one. And don't look at the scoreboard. And I think the offense calmed down and said, okay, look, we're trying to score in every play. Just take care of this play, take care of the next play. And I think when you do that, both offensively and defensively, you settle down, you get calm, the emotions of the game go away, and then you get to your assignment and what you're supposed to do, and you do it as hard as you can. So I think that's a big part of it.
Maybe on Philip Hound, who played a terrific game, had very important catches at the end of the game. how much joy is it to you to see that you have like someone that you can really trust on this specific situation where it comes down to everything?
Yeah, you know, I don't know how well you know the kid, but everything that he does is, he takes it to the nth degree on trying to do his best on everything that he does. Weight room, running, everything. And so it's not a surprise to me that he's the guy that catches the ball at the end and makes great plays, and because he works at it every day. He has a work ethic that's probably the best on our team, and I would venture to say pretty good in this league too.
Coach Herrmann, how important was the win today if you look to the playoff qualification?
This is the first time I've been in front of you guys, but I've done this a long time, and to me, it's I take one game at a time. I told the guys, go celebrate tonight, have a fun bus trip home. But tomorrow is Monday of game week. It can't be anything different, and it's got to be the best Monday of game week that we've had all season. And just be in the moment, be where your feet are. And to me, that's how I coach. I'm not looking down the road. I want to have the best Monday of game week practice tomorrow that we've ever had. And to me, that's our charge.
Okay. Coach Newman, the Barcelona Dragons lost your game 19-0 today against the Ravens. How did you going? What is the plan for the next game against the Barcelona Dragons next week?
Got to go win. I mean, obviously, you know, it's obvious. You know, they're not, you know, at their strongest, you know, at the moment. So for sure, we'll come in as a heavy favorite there, and you know, we gotta go get better. We got to get better as a football team. I think that's the main thing. Regardless of what that score is next week, we got to have the feeling coming out of this game that we learn from it and get better as a football team going into the playoffs.
Do you have a backup quarterback if you don't want to play with Henderson from the start?
No, I mean, you know, we'll play with Riley most likely, and I mean we got Yannick there. You know, he's got some quarterback experience and everything, so we got Yannick out.
Yeah, Coach, I wanted to touch on this. Like, think that you want to improve on. Can you already say something? What you think you need to do better the next weeks coming with the playoffs coming up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think turnovers and penalties are probably the main thing that come out. You know, I felt a little too much of that. I mean, and that really plays a role, just kind of psychologically as well on the sidelines. I don't think we did a good job of just kind of seeing it as a mistake and then kind of just moving on. I almost felt like kind of it built a little bit throughout the game, whether it was a turnover or a penalty, and we got to do a better job of kind of handling situations when that happened and not let them roll over and affect the rest of the game.
I mean, Ryan Hennessy started with 2 interceptions. I think the first pass was intercepted right away. How did he felt over the entire game? Because like we had the shoulder injury last week. What was his response, especially to his first 2 interceptions? I mean, he did a pretty good game after he accepted 2 fumbles.
Yeah, I mean, he hung in there. I mean, that's a really tough way to start the game as a quarterback. And you know, I thought he did a pretty good job of kind of letting that go and not kind of let that weigh in on him, because he made some really clutch throws today, really good accurate throws for touchdowns. He's kind of moving us down the field. So I thought he bounced back pretty well from that.
Coach Herrmann, you talked about competitiveness. When we hear there's a 90-0 game, how much does it hurt the league, such a result?
I'm sorry. I little hard here. I'm sorry.
We heard that there was a 90-0 score in the Munich game. How much does it hurt the league, since you talked about competitiveness?
90-0.
Yes.
You know, we talked about this as coaches back, and one of the tiebreakers or the thing is point differential, and you know, I can't blame them. You know, now 90-0. Would I want to be on the other end of that? No, but I mean, that's something I think probably as a league, over my head, over my pay grade, that they need to look at and see if there's another way to do it so that if there is a game like that, you can have some sportsmanship and call the dogs off. But that's over my pay grade. And I think the league will have to take a look at it, because really, for the league, we have this game here, competitive game, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, play a great game, and then you have that, and people are looking at it going, what the hell, you know? And so I'm sure it'll be addressed, you know, until they change that rule. It's what it is. It is what it is. So
I guess there should be that discussion, since
What's the tiebreaker?
I think that's, because I think that one was more or less the most competitive game this weekend.
Yeah.
All the other ones were pretty steep.
I'm here right now in Stuttgart. That's really all I give a shit about, really, to be honest with you. All that other stuff will take care of itself, you know. Usually takes care of itself.
But I do have another question, Coach. I mean, you have been here the first year with the European League of Football. How much did you like about the competitive level of the players, about the football in Europe? What is your impression so far?
To me personally, I think this league is right where it needs to be. It's competitive, you know. I'm sure they'll probably change the rules a little bit with more Europeans or whatever, but to be honest with you, this is good football. This is really good football. I have people back in the States that follow me, and they're watching it on TV, and they're like, holy shit, this is good football. And because my first experience was in the Italian league. It was a little bit different, but it's a little bit different league. They do the right things. It's competitive. There's good coaches in this league. You can't just go out and slouch around. You gotta know what you're doing. So, I like it.
The different as you in your stadium as well, so yeah.
Anything else, guys? Come on, I know you got questions. You want to ask about the third down call I made. I mean, come on.
Gibt es noch Fragen von eurer Seite?
We good?
Good.
Good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Danke euch.